Oh my god, so much work doing this shit. Alright, your channel. Apparently I should be live somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's always good. Yeah. Oh, cool. I can give myself a thumbs up. That might be the only one I get tonight. Hell yeah. Should I just keep going in them with all my different accounts and keep giving myself thumbs up? Okay, open this one up. Okay, we're up to 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Fuck you, Ellie, and the boat you rode in. Get up here, you. All right. 1 second here. Type it all in. DHCN 8. So fucking old school. So goddamn old school I am. But this motherfucker here. All right, is my makeup fine, everybody? Is everything good? Sound okay? Are my eyes dilated properly? Is my hair still original color from birth? You know, dark and sexy, tall, strong. Doing all right? Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Is it all right if I smoke on panel cigarettes? Is that fine? Anybody allergic to cigarettes? Oh, shit, I don't have any cigarettes. God damn it. Sup, Angel? Good to see. Holy shit, that's you, brother. Thanks for stopping in, brother. That's you for sure. That's you for sure. You're not. You don't look good unpainted. Hot Jan. Is that the real rebel too? Oh, good to see you all hopping in up over here. I know, Rilla. I know. The hair's good. Oh. Fuck you, Jen. Burning all my plywood. It's okay though. Jen, you keep burning now. You keep burning. You keep burning that plywood. Hi, honey. Oh, shit, Master Mod's up in the house. Babies are doing good. Jordan's laying in the bed with a cloth on his head, pretending he's got a headache. Yeah, he was all. He's like, as soon as I said, "Mommy tells me everything you're sending," he's like, he put his cloth back on his head and said, "Watch some shows." That's Jordan. Right? Oh, there we are. My brother. What's up, brother?
Not much. How you doing, Jason?
Pretty good, pretty good. I see it's storming over there.
Oh
You
yeah, dude.
you sleeping in that ship?
I've off and on. I finally got a break. the river is literally going to flood stage right here where I'm at, where it comes out of what's called the Narrows. And it's flood stage from here to the coast, like 90 miles of river coming out of its banks. And everyone in Southern Oregon's coming out of its banks. It's been raining straight for 2 days. I finally got a break. Just got firewood without getting soaked.
Yeah, I heard you saying that earlier. I heard you saying running outside to grab
Yeah,
wood.
yesterday I ran out to where my chopped wood's at to grab an armload. I got 3 pieces thrown up in my arm that I just grabbed and ran back, and my shirt was completely soaked. I had to change it and hang it up. And normally I don't even get a drop on me. A normal rain, okay, a few drops, who cares? But you know how that goes.
Yeah.
You know how my week's been going for information that I didn't know right off the bat, because everybody thinks that YouTube puts out an advertisement when that information comes out.
Oh, there's a straight up
question. Ellie, why don't you come up here? I never supported a pedophile. I had actually had a big fight with him over PDF threatening me on his panel that I laughed about. He apologized, or semi-apologized to me, and asked if we had squashed it. He's the only one that had something going on Silver Diamond's panel. So I went up on to see why he was talking about taking down his panel, not knowing he had just been called out within 15, 20 minutes before that panel for being a convicted pedophile. And there's actually more than the one charge if you look into it. There's 3 charges.
3? I only caught the 2 of them.
You done yelling yet?
Fair enough.
Wasn't yelling. My mic's turned up. Here, I'll turn it down.
No, I turned it up because I could barely hear you. You're not yelling. That's just how you talk. It's fine.
Well, let's put to automatic because it was probably down. You know how it gets over there on the other panel I was in.
Yeah, I didn't
You
like
done
it down
accusing?
I'll just talk.
Who are you referring to, me?
Yeah, because you didn't come ask me why I was up there or anything. You just started accusing, saying I was supporting a pedophile, and don't think I haven't seen it where you.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that you didn't. I heard you say that, well, it's 30 years ago, and what's in the past is in the past, and people should leave that shit and let it go. That's what I heard you say.
Normal criminal charges, like getting busted for selling drugs like they were doing 30 years ago, beating the shit out of people like I've been convicted of, or a couple other normal charges. Yeah, that shit's 30 years ago. It's in the past. Let it go. Being a known sexual predator who got just lucky enough before it was mandatory to put him on the registers. No, that shit's not good. And I did not know the charges that were being talked about were sexual assault, which was pled down from the R word, which
that's what I was about to ask too. So when you were speaking of this 30-year thing, you still didn't know what the topic was.
No. He didn't say nothing. Go look at that. I can give you the clip right now from What's Truth. He never said on his own panel what kind of charges they were. He just said charges I got from 30 years ago, basically. He didn't say I got sexual charges 30 years ago. I'd have been out of there and told him, take your panel down.
Well, no, he said that on other panels.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not subscribed to those people, so how am I supposed to know that the 15 minutes before he had just been called out for being a predator? If I didn't have my 15-year-old son, I would be in a car going over there to do what those parents want to do, because that's what I used to do in this life.
Now, somebody's saying in chat that you saw it in Discord. I don't know. I'm not part of Discord.
Yes, it was put in my Discord. You want to hear? I'll show it to you, Jason.
I don't know anything about Discord.
Well, you mentioned Discord the other day.
No, I've never been in Discord.
You mentioned that What's Truth left my Discord because of my support. And
No,
don't
I did not say
you
that.
didn't.
You show me where I said that. Because I don't know anything about Discord or anybody going in there. So I did not say that.
I found it was put into my Discord by What's Truth at 8:02 p.m.
Who
And
said that?
the What's Truth put it into my Discord.
Okay.
The
How would I know that?
Crafties, I didn't say, let me finish. And I found at the same time he put in the clip of me being on BNFs. That's when I found out what it was, and I answered him for the clip of me being on BNFFs, and I could show it to you if it wants. I was there, and and did not know anything that I do now. And he was not saying much at all, and you know that. I was not in Crafty's channel. I did not until this all came down. Subscribe to Crafty.
Well, this is beyond Crafty's chat. This has been on a lot of channels.
I didn't know it. I missed the one where AC brought it out. I was in a different channel playing poker.
So
I didn't
then
even go
everybody.
on. I didn't even go over to AC's that night. I don't go over to AC's every time he goes up.
Hey, Todd.
Todd, you're looking mighty evil right there. So just so everybody's clear, then you are not supporting Black National.
Not supporting them. And if I did
All
not
right.
have my 15-year-old son, and I will say this loudly, if I did not have my 15-year-old son, I would drive over there and do what those children's parents want to do to him. I know how to use a Louisville Slugger professionally, been paid for it. And we're not talking baseball.
Hey, honey.
I'd take the fucking 30 days I'd get for disorderly conduct because I know how to get an attorney.
Well, you'd probably have a lot of support there.
Mm-hmm. I'd buy you the bat.
I'd probably have people that would actually hide me out so no one seen me witten there. But I have a 15-year-old son, and my wife died in 2020 that I have to raise. If my wife was alive, I'd already be gone.
Silver?
Hi, Silver.
Hello, Silver Diamond.
Oh,
that
Silver.
was delivered yesterday.
There's
Silver.
a freedom fighter supporter if I ever did see one. I just trying to get
Come
Silver.
on up, Silver.
I'm just trying to get her up here to beat my ass. I love you, Silver. I just play it.
So I do in no way support any of that at all. And when I went up on his panel, I had no way of knowing it was a sexual charge. Not everybody goes.
So then let me ask you this question. Does that not piss you off that he put you in that position?
You just heard how much it pisses me off.
I mean, I think, Black National going around and pretending like this shit didn't happen.
Yes, he tried to beg Citizen Z yesterday for help in one of the channels that we both go to. That's a very nice lady that sings very beautifully, and got told no, and then tried to get a hold of him again and had to be told of what part of my answer did you not understand. He needs to take his channel down.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. He thinks he's going to hang around, but it's not going to work.
I knew something was up the day he allowed me to get threatened in his channel and didn't even do anything, didn't even laugh, didn't even do anything, had no response at all. I knew something was up with him that day. That's why I had the fuck him attitude, and he's been in my Nightbot for over 6 months, that if he comes in my channel, just him typing anything gets him timed out. That's what Nightbot's for, spam protection. Black National Freedom Fighter is a spam word and has been a spam word in my channel since the day I got threatened to be skinned alive by his buddy PDF. And I heard you used to be over there, have all buddy with him on PDF's channel.
Who?
But I haven't gone around saying that.
Who, me?
That's what I've been told by 3 people.
Absolutely not. Why don't you tell me who those
Okay.
3 people are?
No.
Well, then, if you can't say
I'm
it, then I
just
can't believe
telling
it.
you that's what I've been told.
I'm only saying what I
And
heard you say. I'm not going by any rumors, and I'm reading what chat is. But never was I friends with Black National Freedom Fighter, ever.
I didn't say friends. I said being friendly on
No,
it.
I was
Just
never friendly to him. I have not chatted with him.
Silver's music.
Whose noise is that?
Todd, is that you?
Not
No?
me.
it's not mine. Jason.
It's Silver.
Silver, it was you. I muted you, so it's
Because she
gone.
just came on and it started.
Echo cancellation. Or something. Yeah, it's you.
Keep playing. You get her.
That's weird. It was doing
You're
like
muted,
a
you're
robot
muted.
echo.
I left you
So,
muted when you unmute as you please.
You know, a lot of us have to look at the lies that were told to us by that person. And he's not, and he's trying to cop out to an 18-year-old. And I hear the 13 years was for an 11-year-old, but I haven't received the records from my friend. He has to watch what he does because he could lose his job if he goes in and gets
Well,
the records.
Well,
for
let
a
me
wrong
clear up
reason.
this rumor from these 3 mystery people. Whoever these 3 mystery people are who told you that are full of shit, and they're a liar.
Okay.
And if they can't,
Okay.
no, I'm going to finish. And if they can't come up and face to say it, then they know they're full of shit and lied to you, because I have never once had a conversation with Black National at all, because I knew he was a scammer from back then.
Okay.
So I knew he was a piece of shit.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, there was a fire at his apartment complex in the same building, and people had to get out of their apartments so they could check the rest because water flows across concrete and under walls. It was not his apartment, it was at the other end of the building.
And
If
he
that
did not lose everything and with all this money. Oh, my mic.
It's still there, Silver.
Jason, fix her mic.
I'll come back.
For you.
I can't hear anything. What did you do to her mic?
It's your mic settings.
Jason, fix it.
Everything's where it needs to be.
Silver, try going out and coming back.
Can't hear you at all, Silver. Something very wrong.
I have no idea. I put all the correct settings too. I went into your audio. I made sure to remove echo, and that was there. Put your volume down halfway. There's something just going. It's your microphone. It's got to be the mic. If you have another mic that you can use, try switching microphone.
Or go back, or go out and come back in.
Sounds like there's like
Sometimes that
something
fixes
playing in
it.
the background.
But yeah, on the fire thing, there was a fire at that apartment in that building. I was able to check that out, call in a favor, and you are right. His apartment never had fire. He had to be out for a couple days while they checked the rest of the building, which is a normal thing that the fire service does call for. But it was never his apartment, and there was no damage whatsoever to his apartment. Yes, he was telling lies then, and some of us went, this makes no sense.
Who was the bitch that was chewing me out that night, Todd? Which one?
The
Was it
big
middle
one.
The middle one? I still don't remember that. I wonder why. Still there.
Holy crap.
I'm going to turn my headset down.
Yeah, it's really bad. Lots of
Try
feedback.
unplugging your mic and plugging it back in.
Have you restarted your computer today?
Oh, she's gone now.
Yeah, I get it. I just didn't like that people were going around saying I supported pedophile when I would do way in the opposite direction of any pedophile in my area.
Well, let me tell you exactly what I said. What I said was that you supported him, having him up on your stream, saying
He
that
wasn't not on my stream. Not on my
Let her finish.
stream.
Let her finish.
I know, really. Because we can't have a conversation if you're going to shout. I'm not shouting at you.
Just let her finish and then reply.
Okay. I did see him on your stream. Okay. So you did.
After that. Uh-huh.
After it came out, whether it's before you knew or not, I don't know. But after it came out, yes, I did. I heard the conversation with the 30 years, and he said, "Yeah, people need to forget shit." And
Okay.
it was my job to, to me, my job to inform people. I don't go into your chat to start drama or anything else. I know what your channel's like. I don't do that. Did I come to you directly? No, I didn't. Should I
No.
have? Should I have?
Yes.
Yeah. But can I finish, or are you going to have the conversation for me? Again, did I go into your stream? Nope. The minute I knew he was there, not going to happen. Should I have? Yes, I should have. So I apologize for that. But to act as if I was going around and I was friends with him at any point is wrong. So, whoever these 3 people are, come up and say something unless you're scared. Because you can't back any of that up, because that's never happened. I've never sat and had a conversation with Black National at all. I've heard him on panels, but I have never had a conversation with him. I was the one who called him out for his scheming on the fire. And those people know who I told. I have no reason to lie.
I believed it for that short period of time.
What, about his fire?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well, I mean,
you
come
were
on.
You were the one that let me know what was up.
He had a freaking list and shit. Come on, that list was bogus.
I know, we talked about it. Then I'm like, oh shit. But then, you know what? I could have tolerated that for a little bit. That's fine. Scamming money, that's great.
Well, I hate scammers, so I can't. But people do what they do.
Yeah.
People. There's a lot of people who scam out here. Let's not pretend like they don't.
Let me quickly add Silver here to see if she got that fixed up. Sorry, Silver. It's still.
Have you tried unplugging your mic, plugging it back in? Yes. Okay.
She did.
And you restart it. I don't know what's up.
Well, she'll have to try sign language.
Okay, now, Broke Fish, did you got something shared back there that you wanted to share? Is that you?
Yeah, this is a clip from Black National Freedom Fighters where I did actually say the 30 years needs to be kept in the back. Wasn't my
this
panel.
Is a short little clip that we want to watch for a minute.
Oh, it's only 2 minutes long.
Let's check it out then.
This is where I did say 30 years needs to be left in the back.
Okay, let's hear
not
it.
knowing.
He's afraid of me. I don't know why. I'm
24.
I don't know what happened.
Not sure.
That's a good question.
Gregory,
You just fell off.
I see that scared. Come on, Gregory.
So Mad Max, how
Hey,
you been, man?
You guys not get along?
Oh, how come people aren't saying
He's
Mad Max
afraid of
was
me. I don't know
supporting him?
why. I'm doing good. How about you, Black National? How you doing, Broke?
I'm doing okay. Oh, come on, Max. You know why Gregory's gun shy.
Why?
I
I don't know.
Hey, man.
What's going on? I tried to come up, but I couldn't hear shit or talk. So I had to hurry up and said everything.
Yeah,
It is very hard to hear.
Yeah, I put
Very.
it. In
I have the volume all the way
I
up.
had to fix it, so I just ended it and came back.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this one.
So what the
Yeah,
hell
you
going on
did.
with you?
It's from What's Truth clip
Oh,
from Black
man,
National Freedom
living day by
Fighter.
day.
Number one, I would like to point out. See right here? Do you see my symbol?
Powered by StreamYard.
Yeah, not my page. I could show you here right now how my page is set up. I'm not going to change it for Black National. I actually really don't like the guy. I was just trying to be nice. And none of this is my... Oh, right here, Black National Freedom Fighter. My panel wouldn't say Black National Freedom Fighter. And this is where I told him if it's 30 years ago, it should be left 30 years ago. If you did your time, fine. But none of us, me, I don't know about the rest, but I did not know he had sexual charges.
Yeah, I live second by second.
Yeah, he had the troll attack last night.
Where was I?
I don't know, sleeping.
I had no clue.
Damn. I love fishing. I'm a troller.
Was that the first time they've like attacked you or whatever?
With that
Yeah,
information, I
yeah.
think it is.
Okay. Welcome to
So,
YouTube, my friend.
When you
Yeah,
get
but
over a
the
thousand,
1A community is very much hated on, and not
When-
only that, like I said earlier, like there's a lot of people that just can't get along within the community either. So
and when you get over 1,000, all my friends that do live panels, when they get over 1,000, they get attacked, and people go looking for back information from years ago.
Hey, Steve-O. Cheers.
Hey, Jason.
Well, that's the whole thing about having YouTube and be able to go back years ago.
I guess we can remove that one. I think we all seen that one.
Yeah.
Couldn't even hear it, to be honest.
Nor could I.
Well, I can't help that. It wasn't my audio.
So, Jason, thanks for bringing me up.
Oh, no
I
problem.
came up, I saw Silver Diamond on here, and I came
catch
up
you
with
at
a
the
little
second,
gift
and
for
I'm
her.
always there. Oh, sorry.
I came up with the gift for Silver Diamond. So,
All right. Oh, the Silver Diamond Rock. Oh, I wish your microphone was working. Look, I'll unmute her and just see if it's. She can unmute herself, but.
and of course, what good is a Silver Diamond Rock unless Howie seems to be hanging around? There's Howie the hamster right there on top. And now, here's the big reveal: the backside of your rock.
Silver, it's your microphone or settings. I don't know if you got reverb crap on there. I can't even hear like a normal word come out. I know what you're saying because I can see your mouth.
He's roboting, yeah. It was like roboting, yeah.
Not what you're saying. It's what all anything.
So there's your rock, Silver. You're in the rock garden.
It's no longer echoing us. It's just her roboting now with like a robot reverb.
So there you go, Silver.
What if everybody else tried muting except for her?
Look at your.
Nope, that didn't work either.
Even if you have any other microphone in that house, unplug that one and plug the other one in and see what it does.
I did understand the shit.
From the mouth. Oh, I hate that, Silver. I hate seeing you not being able to. Working. Don't know why.
Sometimes dipping and balling fluid. And me and my friends would laugh and giggle and eat all the cookies.
So, Ellie, just to make this clear, the only way I found out is when that was dropped in my Discord by somebody. I'm not even sure how they were in my Discord. And that's when I found out. And damage had already been done because I'd went on Dumbass's panel not knowing the full story. And it's not like he was going around telling the full story to anybody who went up on their panel trying to get a woe is me. My mistake. I should have went and looked at panels I don't even go to find out this information. And since then, yes, I have subscribed to Bird. Z told me to get my ass over there and make sure I'm subscribed.
Well, no, all's good. I'm glad that you're not supporting him because he
I
doesn't
would
deserve
never
support from anybody.
I would never support him. Actually, over this whole thing, I've had to work out a couple days of anger because that's part of my problem with my brain injury. Anger doesn't go away like it does for you. It takes me a while because of my brain injury. Like I just started having seizures after my stroke because of my stupid TBI brain injury I got from working too hard in my life. You know, but that's okay. I know how to deal with it. I just don't have my wife here anymore to yank me around and go, "Hey, you, listen to me." You know what I mean?
Well, I'm
Well, I'm
sorry for
glad
your
you guys
loss of
did
your
put
wife.
it out there. He is the rock has officially been removed from the garden.
You should
So that
smash it.
it will never be seen again. It's gone.
In the river, I hope. I wish I could hear you, Silver.
That is really awful. I hate to say that.
Oh, Silver, that package was delivered yesterday for that project I was working on. You can give the thumbs up. We'll get that.
And for anybody who's listening or lurking, you might not want to believe a pedo when he constantly lied and was asked direct questions. Now, I knew of this. Well, I didn't know, but when it came out about the 2 charges, I did not hear there were 3 charges. So I'm interested in what that charge is because I know of the 13 to 16-year-old and the disabled one who's 18 without a diploma. I don't know of a third one.
Maybe you just said 13, 16. I'm hearing there's an 11-year-old. You just hit me. My buddy who's doing this is in an industry where he can't just go search somebody for no reason. And so what was said to me, he probably shouldn't, but he said there's 3 charges. I have heard that there's an 11-year-old and an 18-year-old, and you just listed a 13 and a 16-year-old.
That's a strong one to say. The 11-year-old one.
Yeah, I did not hear anything about the 11. It was 13 to 16 and 18 who's disabled.
So see,
Yeah, don't play assumptions on that 11-year-old. That'll put you in a real bad spot.
I'm not. I'm just saying it'd be really
A friend,
nice.
then name the friend, more or less.
That somebody come out and show all the paperwork they have. Not tell us about it, but please
Okay,
show
who's
us
the
the
somebody, if
paperwork.
you don't mind telling me?
I don't know who's got the paperwork that's not in law enforcement. I do know who's in law enforcement and said, I shouldn't say this, but you're right. I didn't name him.
I don't think that's what he was saying. I think he was saying, unless you had the facts for that, not to say that.
I get it.
I mean, it's not like we have to make that piece of shit look worse than he already is.
That's kind of where I was getting at. You know, I could come out and say, yeah, he fucking did it, but no, I'm not gonna.
No, I'm,
But,
you know,
the way that came out was I heard from somebody that the other charge was tell me more info. I will look.
Yeah, I hear there are people that are FOIA in the court records, but you know, they have 10 days to respond and tell you the price they're going to charge you. Then they have 10 days. Then they got so many days more while they redact the
Cynthia, I'll answer that in a second. Okay, Cynthia's asking why does it matter if he had a high school diploma. The reason why it matters is because he was disabled without that, meaning that his mentality was not there for an 18-year-old. So it is still a child assault crime, not an adult crime. When somebody's disabled like that, they cannot, what's the word? They cannot agree consensually, like he tried to claim that it was consensual. It was not consensual. And for him to victim blame is disgusting. So that's why the 18 without a high school is important. You're welcome.
Extremely. That's why it's posted in. That's
Yeah,
the highlight.
And he got a little, an educator attached to that. Now, nobody is accusing him of being smart or intelligent enough to have been a teacher or anything like that. He could have done anything for the school. He could have been a coach.
Crosswalking guard.
Right. He could have been a crosswalking guard. He could have been a contractor working at the
Superior
school.
to the
He
students.
could have been somebody that helped the family take care and look after the young
He could have worked as a volunteer position within the school. He could have done any of that to still have
Could
gotten that
donated
educator.
cupcakes.
But he was somebody that, a child would look into as a authoritative figure. And that's why that was put on. And
Yeah.
to lie and say that you don't remember signing your
lie.
confession when you took your 13-year plea deal, you piece of shit. You remember it very well. You remember signing that you did it, you piece of shit. But then to sit there and put that on an innocent child, how disgusting.
But it was so long ago, I don't remember.
Bullshit.
And he wants us
I
to
can tell
judge
you the
him
first
based on who he is
assault charge
now.
I got.
I do judge you based on who you are now. A piece of shit. Wasn't that long ago we heard you were hanging with the young boys on the street corner.
That's
The only
part
thing is you
I
didn't get caught again, you piece of shit.
But it's stuck.
Yeah, I get the same thing. I heard the same thing about hanging out with young boys. Somebody says they have a clip of the live where they
Hey,
seen
Todd.
him.
Yeah,
being-
I remember it being said. That's what made Navin look into it. Shout out to Navin Johnson for calling this out.
For checking that one out. So Todd, I'm thinking at the end of the day, if I start up a karaoke after, do you think Freedom Fighter will hop over?
After this, he's probably watching. He's probably lurking.
You fucking know he is. I can't even invite him. He blocked me on every fucking platform I ever talked to him on.
Who?
Freedom Fighter.
Good.
Come on,
He should block himself off of every.
Man.
Well, at
But hey,
least you're saving your
He's been
ears.
sending us some pretty good karaoke videos lately. Thanks, Todd, for keeping me posted on that.
Nobody wants to hear from that piece of crap.
Well, and the other thing is look how many creators know nothing about it.
He's been
Still,
covering a lot of Dave Chappelle songs
and he's
lately.
been
Little
appearing
boy,
in their
little
chat,
girl.
wanting other people to go and talk to him.
But how disgusting of him to mislead all of you in that, oh, I'm just being trolled and I just want people to accept me because, he did say that he's going through it worse now than he did then, quote.
Yep.
Yeah,
You piece of shit.
sometimes you got to forgive my short-term memory. It's part of having a hit to the head that rocked my world. But there's no way in hell if I knew, I would have gone up on that panel and said, dude, best idea I've heard. Take your panel down. But I didn't hear Mad Max, who is part of that group, saying anything to him about taking his channel down and you're a sick fucker. In the clip that was sent to me.
Did he know?
I don't know if he knows, but he figured I knew, so I'm just gonna. I don't want to assume the same thing, but it was right around that time that all those people had come out and said stuff about him, and I'm sorry I missed the AC show, or I would have known. I missed the Crafty show. I wasn't subscribed, or I would have known, and. The only way I'd have got on that panel then was to go up there and tell him, dude, from what I hear, you need to disappear off of YouTube. You need to disappear off the internet.
Well, he said he was going to, and then he changed his mind, and he thinks he's going to get redemption, but that's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, and some of us not knowing what happened told him to take a break, think about what you're doing. And I wouldn't have said that if I'd have known what I know now. Straight out. And I did not know. I just thought he was getting the same thing I get like every month.
I never see you get trolled.
Oh, well, I do. I get porn bombers. I never let them up. They're in the bottom playing stroke me, so I get traumatized in the basement all the time when I was having the ladies show before that broke up. But I understand how to deal with them. And in my channel, we really don't think of them as trolls. We think of them as you're coming to a test to see at what school level of trolling you're at. Most of them are in kindergarten or first grade, we figure. They haven't got their grade
Or in
8
their
yet.
mommy's basement.
Oh, most of them are in their mommy's basement.
Hey, Myron.
Hey, Myron.
Byron.
Buddy.
Ellie, Todd, Broke Fishing, Steve-O.
Oh, Myron.
Steve-O.
And to be honest, there's so many of these coming out. I think there's 3 or 4 that came out in a week now. I'm trying to keep them all straight.
Yeah, that's me too.
You know, there's DJ Raff that was called out for it. Some dude, Steve 6.8, Black
Really?
National, and some Dave guy, something before the name Dave, but I don't know any of those
Wow.
people.
Where can we go see the list? We need a Discord.
There should
page
be a
that
list, to
we
be
all
honest with you.
join.
Somebody should
We need
create a list.
Discord page server that everybody can just get into where the list is posted, and that's the only thing there, and it keeps getting added
Yeah,
to.
that's true, Myron.
Well, not everybody has Discord, so we need it on YouTube for those of us who don't.
Hey, Gregory.
What's up, Exile?
Hey, Exile. Yeah, it's been. Oh, no.
That's it, Savage
Weird.
Dave. He's the other one. So you got Savage Dave, DJ Raves, Steve 6.8, and Black National. 4 in a week. 4 in a week.
That have been found. How many have not been found?
That's what's really disgusting about this world.
Well, hey, what's really disgusting is there's fucking people that are responsible able to get away with it because they got a lot of money.
That's
Well,
disgusting.
the
too.
other thing
That
is,
is what's disgusting thing is, hey, at least that somebody caught Freedom Fighter. At least
Hey,
somebody
hey.
caught him, but these fucking rich people, they'll pay judges to get off. They're the ones that we gotta really fucking
the
knock
bad
down.
thing is that you go back to a certain point, and cases before that point have been not getting added to the registry or getting at it slowly. That's the problem, is the registry doesn't go back far enough, and some of these people's crimes were before it was mandatory to be on the registry.
And that is a crime in itself. It should be
Yes, it
absolutely retro.
The problem
Absolutely
is
retro.
that every state in this union ought to start doing like Arizona and not taking any crap. I got my ex-son-in-law sitting in doing 35 years protective custody. And he's been in for 12 now. And my granddaughter still remembers that shit that happened to her when she was preteen.
The victim will suffer for the rest of their life, and so
Right.
should every piece of shit pedo. So
And I think every state in this
National
union
thinks
ought to
he
do just
deserves
like Arizona and
forgiveness,
frickin' lock their asses up to the maximum that they can get out of them. And 35 years ain't enough.
And brand a P in the center of their forehead is my opinion. That way everybody knows. Because, like Oregon in 2020, during the release to keep prisoners from getting COVID, instead of releasing the potheads, they released sexual predators.
and I agree, Tiffany. Those amongst us that know and don't say anything is extremely disturbing. Why you would want to protect a pedo?
Where I used to live here in Oregon, my neighbor moved his son in within 25 feet of my property line, knowing his son couldn't be live within 100 feet of a family that had children. And I beat the shit out of the son, and all I got out of it when the judge looked into the case and realized what had happened, because he listened to me, he came and talked to me while I was behind the gray bars. All I got out of it was a disorderly conduct, and my arrest says disorderly conduct. I had to get something, and they changed it to disorderly conduct for the arrest and for the assault I did. And I'll openly admit it. I beat the shit out of that boy, bloodied both of his eyes, his nose, and probably knocked out a couple teeth with my boots. Catch him peering over my fence at my daughter playing with my German Shepherd. Motherfucker. Yeah. I've already served my time for that, so I don't give a
Howdy,
shit.
Jones.
I need Jones.
Oh, you retracted that, so I won't post it.
So thanks for us working out this big misunderstanding, and that's the way I want to put it. And it's really about when some of these people find out. Now that they know anybody supporting them, yeah, should be called out for supporting him. I don't. Unsubbed from him the day I found out.
And anybody who wants to support DJ Raft after that shit is disgusting, in my opinion, as well. Just putting that out there as well. It's not just Black National, any of them.
8:30.
So yeah, I am glad that we worked it out, because I was really shocked when I heard that. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, shit, I like broke fishing. I can't freaking believe that crap. But I have a fast rule that anybody who supports them, I gotta unsub. I just can't.
Yeah,
It makes me want to vomit, literally vomit in my stomach. How people and listen, the shit that goes on with Swag, I don't really know her, but I gotta say that her story sounds believable. So, I'm going to still support that she did not know, because she did call him out. And she did send the information to Tonic. Now, if I saw something different, that would change. But as of now, that woman is a victim just as much as his victims were.
Well, look at what he did to Silver Diamond. Going over on Silver Diamonds and fucking begging for money on a lie.
I know.
I knew something was wrong and told friends of mine, it's as easy as this. I'm not going to call in the favor right now about a little apartment fire, but it's easy as this. Just call up the fire department and ask them if there was a fire at this address and what unit it was. And that was all anybody needed to do, because they'll tell you that information. And it come to find out it wasn't his unit when I finally did call one of my fire friends.
I know. I told Silver about it.
Yeah,
I knew that he was lying and stealing from people, and some people were okay with it. Some people just didn't believe me. Silver's case was she didn't believe me, but some people were just okay with it because other people do it. I'm not okay with it. I feel bad when anybody gets ripped off.
I had questions like you did at the time when he popped up on his laptop and he had.
I'm okay with scammers.
Stuff. He had a whole bunch of his stuff, and he popped up on the laptop, which when he was on the phone, he said he had to leave everything. I'm like,
yeah, he had nothing, and then he was wearing clothes that he had worn before. But I thought you only had the clothes on your back.
Come on now, I am fine with scammers on YouTube. If you're getting scammed by somebody on YouTube, maybe you should leave YouTube. Just saying. Now, now on different note, when you're a fucking pedophile,
don't know.
Damn all you want.
Don't know. I want more weed. Don't know.
Damn all you want.
Don't know. I don't even have one.
When you scam me, it's on me. I fucked up.
I've had people. This is how good I am. I've had people literally offer, give me a private message in my email that's on my page. Send me a message. I'd like to donate to you. What is your cash link? And I literally went on a live and say, hey, you want to donate? Donate to the Fallen Wildland Firefighters Fund. You can attach my name. I prefer you attach yours, because that's where my heart lies for donos.
You know it, Keeper.
Hey, it's already check.
Hey, AC.
So
we're just spreading the word of all the pedos out here, doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, I was surprised yesterday that there's still people out there, but I understand why they don't know. They don't go in in these communities where we're pushing this, and I have sent them a personal message that I have information they need to know ASAP. I will probably be talking to them and be able to private chat them tonight.
And for those who think that they might have information but aren't sure how to search it, there are plenty of people out there in YouTube that you could reach out to that there's no reason to keep silent. You know, the whistleblower should never be attacked for calling somebody out for the piece of shit that they are.
And Ellie, does it scare you? Like, Freedom Fighter's been around a long time. He never really released his name until the last year or so. You know, he finally started adding people on Facebook. That's how Derek Revies came out. Now, what about all these other people on these YouTube streets that we don't know their real fucking names? They go by their avatar. You may trust them. What if you got their real name and you looked them up? You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. Trust nobody, right?
Well, exactly. And, you know, if you do find out somebody and look them up and find out that they're a pedo, you need to call it out. And if for any reason you feel you can't, I will tell you the shit show would be happy to call them out for you. I will tell you that Bird would be happy to. There's so many channels. I mean, I don't have a channel, but I'm happy to pass it off from the channels I go to, that not one of these pedos should be protected for any reason at all.
No, Ellie, a little bit of correction. You do have a channel. You don't have no content.
Right. I don't have content. But and AC saying, yep, he's happy to do it. But, you know, when I find out, I try to let as many people know, because I don't want you in that situation. I mean, you know, if somebody knew before Swag and could have told her, then she would never have been put in that position. Imagine what could have happened. It's a good thing her kids were not home. But what if they were? How do you live with that?
My thing, he's hiding. In the case of Black National, was hiding it so much. My worst fear is that there's victims out there that are too scared to come forward.
Right. We only know the ones that get caught. And listen, if you think you're caught the first time, that's pretty shitty luck. And they don't stop. People like that don't stop.
No, they can't.
So there can be no forgiveness. I don't care if it was 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. I don't care how sorry you are. I don't want to hear how sorry you are. I don't want to hear how remorseful. I don't want to hear that the trauma and the depression that you're going through, because you can't begin to suffer as much as that victim will suffer, and what that will carry on through their life growing up. So I have absolutely no remorse. I cannot forgive. I'm incapable of forgiving a child pedo. I am incapable of it.
Be right back, kids' bedtimes.
Yeah, and I will appreciate the day that the actual report comes out. That is Freedom of Information Act, and it comes out with pictures so we can actually read the reports ourselves, because in those reports it has to list what the agreements of the plea, which did they drop charges for them pleading to the worst one that are going to get them time, or you know what I mean. There's usually more to it when they take a plea deal.
And think 13 years, that had to be some scumball shit for 13 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And I totally disagree that it should be up to the prosecutor to prosecute or not. You know, our country, you know, should not allow the state prosecutor to decide.
I agree with that 100% too.
Do you know that over
who's
in
this
India,
person to decide if we're going to bring charges on this other person that got caught doing something? They're supposed to go to to the court. Let the jury decide, not one frickin' person decide, oh, I'm going to plea bargaining down to this or that or the other, so we don't have to frickin' pay all this money.
Because they have a heavy workload, so we don't want to put the pedo out there.
And Gump's got a good point. 13 years was the reduction for the plea agreement.
Well, not a reduction. It's his time that he agreed to take. He could have served more, but you know, I don't necessarily believe that he took a lesser charge. I think he took just a plea deal with time. So don't give me the 20 years or the 25 years that I could have gotten. instead of a trial, I'll just admit to it because, well, you obviously have enough. Because my understanding from his own words was that the incident did not happen even in a private place. It happened in a public place. So
can
it's not
believe it.
like he, could say it didn't happen, but then to say
Yes.
it's consensual, but yet, and then when they asked him, how did the police find out? Did he change his mind? No, he went to his parents. Well, right there was the clue that he could not make a intelligent, competent decision on his own if he had to go to his parents. So then the question was asked, was he disabled? And he's like, I don't know. Yeah, you know exactly that he was disabled, and you took advantage of him.
I would still say that usually when you plead deal, you're pleading to a lesser charge, even though it's a bad charge, and you're pleading to lesser time. That's how they get a lot of these guys to take the plea deal.
Yes, he
Right, but
probably
it's
got
not
talked into
not
it by a
always
public defender. Public
it's not
defender
always
works
a
with
less
the
charge,
prosecutor and says, let's get it down to this. It's all the state. It's not, anything that, once he got caught, he basically, in my eyes, got away with it because the court system don't do shit.
Well, I think my understanding, and I could be wrong on this, but I think my understanding is the first charge he got 4 months. The second charge was 13 years. They were separate in terms. They were not charged together, is my understanding.
Yeah, and what's really fucked up about this country is somebody caught with an ounce of marijuana gets more time than a pedophile gets.
Well, trespassing will get you more. And God, if you're a police officer, you won't have to worry about serving any time.
Oh, there's that. Well, they're starting to get some of these. There in the past month and a half, there's been a lot of officers, ex-officers, I should say, that are getting convicted and getting time.
There's an officer in Hawaii who molested a 4 and a 6-year-old and got 6 months on probation.
I can believe it, but there's also officers that beat the hell out of somebody and killed them and got the murder charge too, guilty of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, things are starting to change.
Yeah,
it's just not changing fast enough.
Yeah, and
that's because we got too many fucking crooks in government.
D. Johns, you are 100% correct with that statement. It has been proven that there is no rehabilitation for sexual offenders. Let them loose and they will reoffend.
Well, that's why I beat the hell out of my neighbor's son who was in his 30s and had just gotten out the year before when I caught him peeking over my fence. I figured he was trying to get to my 12-year-old daughter. I beat the hell out of him. I took the boots to his face when he finally went to the ground. I got disorderly conduct because the judge looked at the case and go, oh, no, we're not going to do this. But the judge was cool and had the right to do whatever he wanted.
Like you can't change a person. I kind of look at it through my own experiences. Okay, me growing up 20 years ago, I was a crackhead. I'm addicted to crack. If I found a way to stay away from it, which is easy. That little thing like that's easy to keep out of your life. Okay, so I quit crack. I got a family. I'm doing great now. Doing good. Now, if you look at it as somebody who's a pedophile and is really, loves children, this and that, well, you can't put that away. You can't hide children, or you can't not get away from it. You can't change. It's stuck with you. It's who you are.
Well,
me now, if you put a bunch of crack here and people start partying and they get me back into it, I'm stuck with it now. But I know how to stay away from it.
Yeah,
pedophile and children, it's really hard to stay away from that unless you lock yourself up in a room.
I was addicted to fighting since like 7th grade. I liked fighting. If you wanted to fight, I was willing. Let's go right now. None of this let's fight later after school. No, we're going right now. You just said you're going to beat my ass. Let's go. But my wife, through waking my brain up and pointing things out got me to where I think before I try to beat somebody's ass now. God rest her soul. Maybe that was her mission in life. I don't know. It's too many questions in her passing for me. But
Well,
like that
Jason, on
song,
the dropout. I
All right,
will
thanks for hopping up here,
see you
Steve.
later.
Love chilling with
See
you.
you all
whenever
later.
you can.
You all take
Bye,
care.
Steve-O.
See you, Steve-O.
What's up, 801?
So, yeah, I agree 100%, and I do not support anything that guy's doing. If I didn't have my kid, I would go do what everybody wants done. But I have a kid, and I'm a single parent now. I can't do those things. I would like to, but I can't.
100% Bama.
See, I think that's it, Bama. Too forgiving.
Yep.
They should start killing when they start stealing the TVs and the cars before they molest a child.
Stealing a
bad
TV
thing-
and a car is big cry from that.
The bad thing is that they go and befriend people and act like there's something they're not on purpose to get to that kid.
All right.
They're predators. They look for kids to target. And they do that, and it's sick and disgusting. Personally, I think it should be like India. A crime against a woman or a child of a sexual nature can get you the death penalty. Sometimes right in the street from the people that get you. You won't make it away from the mob. And the cops sit back and go, well, when they're done, we'll pick up what's left.
And here's the thing, if the majority of us feel that way, why isn't it that way?
Because of the
Was that Byron? Sorry.
People are sheep. There's a few people right at the top, and I'm not talking politicians, but they're deciding everything, and a lot of people just follow along all the time. Now, there's some people that like to question what the fuck's going on, but most people are sheep. Worked in the store, everybody come in at the same time to buy stuff.
Well, doesn't pertain to this, but a good example is I was one of the people very vocal, and when I was in the fire service my last 5 years, I was very vocal in about the wage we were earning and getting the wage up, and it took until 12 years after I retired for them to even say we're going to up the wage for wildland firefighters. I was out almost killing myself for $20 an hour as a supervisor. And that it's slow. The process is way too slow to change things that need changing and are obvious. Because I had people go, wow, what do you make? $50 an hour? No.
And why is that list of people that went to the pedophile island, why is that list not out yet?
Yeah, why is what's her name's little black book been hidden and disappeared?
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, why can't you FOIA that evidence?
Oh, that book didn't disappear. Somebody's got that book.
Oh, it's disappeared out of the files.
Somebody always has something.
We know it's gotten, and Epstein didn't hang himself.
Just like
Imagine the people that are in that book.
Oh, we know. Yeah, imagine. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about the
It's
other
far worse,
thing they say
far
were
worse
going on
than the
there.
people we already know, I'm sure.
Yeah, and there's other things they said were going on there besides sexual conduct that just make you go, that's disgusting.
I mean, look, even a Prince of England was part of that. What happened to him? He's walking around scot-free. He still has his money, just doesn't get to do royal events. Poor baby, he's suffering so hard.
It's all for the better for him.
Oh, you mean the one that his wife runs her mouth a lot and has gotten him in more trouble since then?
The one that was married to Fergie.
Oh, that
Andrew,
one.
Prince Andrew.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, he was highly connected with Epstein.
Hmm.
Even after it all came out, he went to New York and hanging around his condo. They got pictures with him, and that's when the Queen stripped him. And he wasn't allowed to wear his military and stuff at the funeral. But you know it's got to be pretty bad. But you guys, you know, it's not what you know, but who you know.
Yeah, it makes you wonder why they put the phallic symbol in the grass with poison and cut down to where it was almost to the dirt in front of the coronation castle. What was the other meaning of that? We all seen the picture. I know we all did.
I'm just wondering if, in order to have a position in power, if you have to be one of them.
Wow, that's a scary thought.
It is scary, but I don't know what else to think, I'll be honest. And that is an assumption. This is not the opinion of the channel owner or anybody else on panel or in chat. This is mine. I just got to think that, you know, if you're going to keep being higher up there in power and nothing gets done with these pedos, nothing. Even YouTube, you know who these people are. You have to put your information in. You have no problem monetizing these channels. You have no problem letting them collect money and everything else, but you do no due diligence. But if they walked into your building, you would do a background. Then do a background on everybody. They should not be allowed to have a platform on any social media, ever, for anything.
Well, I understand in the case of the person we're talking about that he escaped being on the registry because his crime was done before the registry was
right, a few years prior.
And they have not gone back fast enough listing all these people that are still alive. That is a problem to me.
Well, they're not even looking to do that. They're saying, well,
because
you weren't charged then.
Because the law did not include going back.
But it should, is what I'm saying.
It should. It should be amended to include.
And really, what's the crime when they don't report? Because how many times have we heard people that are on the list that are not reporting? What happens to them? What, they get a little, they get in trouble with their probation officer and then nothing? How about send them back to jail?
The guy I had a problem with, come to find out, he was supposed to be at the other end of the state and wasn't supposed to be where he was. They had no idea he was in Southern Oregon when he was supposed to be up by the metro area. Had no idea. They thought he was still up by the metro area at that last address. He had been kicked out. His dad drug his trailer, went and got him, drug his trailer to Southern Oregon. He never reported a change of address. I was notified by somebody who thought something was 2 days before I caught him. I come home and caught him looking over. I come home, my buddy wakes me up 2 hours after I home and tell me what they had found out about the individual by running his name. And 2 days later, I caught it hours before I was supposed to go back to work. I didn't go to work for 2 weeks. Just put it that way. I went and got free meals behind the gray bars for 2 days and then had to wait for the next fire run. But, yeah, he wasn't even where he was supposed to be and registered to be. That's the other problem. Imagine if his dad had paid for him to be out of state.
Well, and that's the thing. How do they get across state lines? How do you get a job and not report that?
You don't have to stop at the border and show your papers.
No, but when you get a job, they do background checks when you get jobs.
Not all jobs. Some jobs.
I've never had a job where they didn't do a background check on me.
So some jobs are so menial and labor jobs that I'm not going to waste the $50 on your background. I'm going to work you until you decide that you just got your first paycheck and I don't see you. Then I fire you.
So the jobs without any background checks.
Yep. There's tons of them.
Yeah.
Anything in the construction industry, they don't give a fuck. They need you. They write it in there, and they write it in there.
So what kind of job did Black National have? Does anybody know?
I don't think he worked.
I don't think he's been working for a little while.
I've seen him live at too many random different times.
So then how did he pay rent?
I don't know, because he's flopped from so many goddamn places.
Subsidized because he was on the dole. and he was in. What gets me is he was most likely in what's called Section 8 housing. He was
Walmart
probably
door greeter.
receiving food stamps, and he was probably fucking on. Maybe got a little bit of money on the
Hi, Tanya.
as the British like to say. He was on the dough. I bet you.
So I have a problem with tax-paying dollars paying for Section 8 or food stamps or anybody
So
for a
do
pet
I.
out.
So do I. So do I.
I have a lot of problems, but nothing I can do about it.
So do I.
All I can do is complain.
I would have thought they would have been required to get a job.
They were doing that for. I don't know what happened with that
It'd be
program. I know
slavery to
they
force someone to
used
work.
Because there
do
was
that.
something at one time, wasn't there, where they had to get some
Yeah,
type of job?
there was something, and they were setting up programs, but it got really hard. And then some employers were. I worked one winter for a guy on a milk truck, and the state offered to pay double the wage he was paying me. He paid me like he was paying me $15 an hour. The state offered to double it to 30 if he would get in this program that would have gave me a little bit more money on everything I was receiving, because I was basically out of work during the winter. And you know, firefighter I was a contract employee to the federal government, and when the end of fire season came, I was laid off. They say, quotation marks, laid off until the next fire season, even though if the boss had got a job the very next day, I'm one of the people who was called. I worked for the same guy for so many years and was taken care of quite well. If I needed money from him, all I had to do was ask, and my first wife, all she had to do was show up and get my check. I actually had his wife deliver a draw to my first wife when I was on a fire 5 states away. She drove 70 miles to go deliver a draw to my wife. The guy was awesome. I miss him.
Oh, I wish.
So, what's everybody doing today? Anybody gonna go play poker, karaoke? What's the plan today?
Yeah, I was gonna go join Black National Freedom Fighter. I think he's
Shut up, Jason.
You guys coming?
No.
And I don't gamble, sorry.
I was thinking of going over to that UK guy and telling him Black National wants your company. You know, what's that guy who he's not a very good troll, but he likes to run around porn bombing people's channels and harassing them from the UK?
Not a clue.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I know he harassed Silver Diamond for a little bit. I can't remember his handle.
Oh, you're talking about Truth Finder?
UK.
Does he do
UK?
Does he do karaoke?
I don't know. I just heard his name before, but I don't know him.
Fuck.
Keeper says, seriously, they don't background check firefighters, piss test, oil rig workers, camp workers, miners in the States. I thought they did.
I had a piss test every year, and I was background checked for my federal status.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
A normal in-state firefighter, I don't.
Yeah, but you're working for the fucking government. The government always does checks. If you work real jobs, you know, that help build the economy instead of working for the government and sucking money out of the economy.
Sorry, I tried to
wait a
hold it in,
minute.
but
I
mine
worked
didn't.
for a private company that was contracted to the government when they ran out of people.
Say what you want.
Just because we worked on government projects means we were sucking out of the people.
You were sucking it out. You got your money from the government.
I wish I was a firefighter. I wouldn't be so stressed every night.
Yeah, I used to work the rigs And they never piss tested me because they'd have got straight alcohol out of my dick. They might have got some weed too, and maybe some speed or some other stuff.
In the years that my boss did do piss testing, he did piss testing when one of us complained that we thought we caught one of the crew members doing meth. And he would run a company-wide piss test, and all of us that were truthful and walked in and said, "Hey, I smoke pot. How do you think I can fucking do this job and work for you?" He didn't mess with us, but he was going after the ones that there had been complaints about. And we caught 13 people out of the 15 years I worked for him. After I left the Forest Service and went because I made more money working private. And work longer too.
All of a sudden now you're working private? You weren't sucking off government teat?
No, it was
Yeah,
they consider it private, and we have an 11 Western. We had a 48 contract before I retired, but it started 11 Western. We had to respond anywhere they sent us. Private company contracted to the government through my boss. I received money from my boss. I don't care where he got his money, but I received my money from him, a private individual, not the Treasury.
You just can't do that. You can't say, I don't care where my boss got his money from. You just can't do that.
That's his business.
No, that's not. Fuck.
That's his business who paid him for my services.
No, not the way everybody's running everything nowadays. It's not.
Okay.
Well, fuck, everything seems to be
we went to work for logging companies. They paid my boss when we were working on their logging sites. I didn't care the logging company paid him. I cared that he paid me. That's what I cared about. He could have got his money from Colombian drug dealers and I wouldn't have cared. As long as he paid me and kept my insurance,
Hate
life
me or
insurance
love me,
up
but I
to
don't think
date.
you worked a day in your life.
Uh-huh.
Hate me or love me.
You're so funny, Jason. So Jason's looking for a karaoke channel.
No, fuck that shit. I'm about to have a toke with mine.
Well, I've been having a toke the whole time. What are you talking about? About to.
So I'm the only one up on panel that doesn't smoke.
Sorry, Ellie. That's good. That's a good thing, though.
I was actually recommended by my neurologist to partake in Mother's Magic Medicine. It keeps my seizures at bay.
Fentanyl's way better.
Yeah.
Love you too, Keeper.
Oh, I almost dropped my lighter. All right, let's have a little toke. Yeah.
Gregory said you're not a good singer anyway, Jason.
And he is right. Hell yeah. Thank you, Gregory. I'm learning from you, buddy. I'm watching. I'm learning. Thank you. You always get my thumbs up over there.
I go give him a thumbs up every time I see he's up. But YouTube's been messing with my algorithm, and I have not been getting my notifications lately.
Them fuckers. Fuck you, YouTube.
When I go and search a channel because I know they're coming up, I get it, but yeah, that's okay. I figured it out. I found that sidebar that shows everybody you're subscribed to that's live.
I don't know. I've been done with YouTube ever since I found at least my fans only page.
Since you found out what? Just kiss my ass, Jason.
I was teasing my buddy about sort of the same thing, and his wife popped up and goes, "How do you know about my Kick page?" I'm like, "What?" I went over to Kick and found she has a hot tub page.
Ooh.
No,
Like,
Gregory.
dude,
Oh, cool. Jane gets to come home a bit early. Awesome.
How did those things go, Myron, that you said you were going to try a couple days ago? I saw that, I don't know what it was, but some liquid in a tube or something. I don't know what it was. You had like a bunch of them.
They're not that great.
No?
No, they don't do too much for me.
So it was a waste of money?
No, because it does a little bit for me.
Just not what you thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it'd be really great, but obviously it's all going to the same place. And
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It ain't going up to my mind.
Was that stuff you do dabs with, or you smoke that?
Todd does dabs and with it.
And you just like vape it? Is that what it is?
Oh, I do.
It's already activated, so it's edible as well.
No, it was liquid. That's not edible, right?
Oh yes,
Yes,
it is. It's a distillate.
You just drink it?
No, yeah, it's a thick honey. Let me show you one. I'll show you one, Andy. I'll show you one. It look like this.
I can't see because of the timer.
Oh, okay.
Put it down a little.
Down.
So I can see. Down, down. Okay.
It's just a pen. It's a distillate pen. It's 1 gram there. So you can either dab it in the smoke rib, or you can eat it because it's already activated THC.
Yeah. Right there.
There you go. Same
That's the
thing.
same thing that Jason has?
Yep.
Yeah,
Different grams, different taste.
Probably a different weed, but yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Oh, that's a resin. That's a
Hey, bouncer.
Oh, I
What's
could
up,
do
Bill?
that. I could do that too, broke fishing.
What's that? That's dabs?
yep.
I don't know what people do with all that stuff. I'm not going to lie.
Medicine.
Well, I mean, I know that's what people use it for, but I don't understand all the different stuff.
I use a high CBD dabs. It works very fast, better than just smoking CBD flower, and I usually put it on top of my indica when I'm having an episode, or just take the hit itself right out of the containers.
Well, that's what it looks like, something that you would just like vape or something.
Yeah, it is, but I like to melt it in on top of some flour, and it just seems when I don't immediately need what it does, it helps a lot. But it took me a while to find a place that actually had CBD dabs.
See about
It's still got THC, but it has a higher amount of CBDs in it, which is both of them are what helped me. And sativa just makes me get up and run around doing things. It doesn't really help. Now who's here? Hang on a sec. Well, guys, I'm going to have to jump down. I got to go help unload some firewood. That's the deal with my firewood guy. He doesn't charge me. We have to make barter deals with him, but if I go out and help unload the truck, he just drives off even though I'm trying to hand him money. He laughs at me and drives off.
Yes, he did, Jen. He put him to bed, tucked him in, gave him a good night kiss.
Oh, that sucks, keeper of the list. I know
You're
how you
sleeping,
feel.
Mama. Jordan's sleeping in our bed with his,
Mine are unexplained convulsions. They put
Janet
me
went
in
to
the
bed on her own.
epilepsy center for a week, but I didn't come up as epileptic after all the tests. I have unexplained convulsions, which is an easy way for them to say, I don't know. All right, guys, I got to go help the firewood guy. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for having me up, Jason. Good to see you, Myron. Talk later, Ellie.
All right, you two have a good night.
Take care.
Good night.
Oh, Mrs. Gaudette's in chat. Hello, lovely.
She don't mess around. She know what's going on.
Yeah, because I told her. She thanked me too. Obviously, you're ignoring her.
Well, it's hard to talk to her in two different chats. Come on now.
She did disappear, Keeper. I don't know where she went.
Oh.
The shot of rum helped the kids sleep better.
Yep. No, I don't give them rum. Coors Light.
Well, I don't know if it still is, but there used to be some fucking baby stuff, and it was for babies, and you were supposed to give it to them. It was 18% alcohol, and it was medicine.
I want to be a baby again.
Yeah, they used to have like cough syrup and stuff that had alcohol in it. I remember like Diamond Tap and stuff. Yeah, I have that now. Even NyQuil's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
I remember I used to be able to take that one out of cold and sleep for 24 hours. Now, it doesn't help you sleep at all. There's no difference between the NyQuil and the Dayquil.
That's where China comes in. Just go to the streets, grab some fentanyl. You'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jason.
Keeper.
Thank you, China.
That's what it is, grape water. But hell, I was 12 years old. I got a shot of whiskey in my mouth and told not to fucking swallow it so it would take the pain of the toothache away.
And did you swallow it?
Eventually.
And you said, damn, this shit's good. So you'd be like, my tooth hurt and it doesn't hurt?
Well, yeah, I guess. I had beer in my baby bottle. So I had alcohol early in life.
Who did that to you?
My aunt and uncle.
Jeez.
Soothing syrup was to help children sleep.
They had me smoking cigarettes at the same time.
Jeez.
My mom left them babysitting me, and when she come home, I was drinking beer out of the baby bottle and smoking a cigarette.
Was your mom pissed?
I can't remember. So I was young. Maybe a year and a half old. 2 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a hold of that soothing syrup right now, Mrs. Winslow. Wherever you are out there, send some to me.
I never heard of that, but I wonder if that's like what our Dimetap was. Like, it wasn't called grape water, though. And you didn't need a prescription for it either. It was over the counter.
Yeah, wow. It's the way things should be. There's too many fucking regulations anymore. And there's so many that they really don't mean anything. That's how these pedophiles are getting away with it. Because there's so much other shit. If we take everything back and just hold it for the serious crimes like pedophilia and murder, stuff like that, and quit fucking doing all these cheap fucking crimes that really, speeding 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. You don't hit any, so what crime was there? There was none. Now, if you're going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit and you hit a kid, yeah, you committed a crime. But until you commit that crime, geez, I don't need to be told everything.
What if you go 10 miles below the speed limit? Is that a crime?
It is in
some places. I got to get someplace, and you're keeping me from getting there.
It is in some places.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I would never stop you from getting anywhere. You'd have a hard time probably keeping up to me.
I'm not a fast driver, so.
Oh, I thought you guys were running.
Well, my neighbor, he said, I seen a vehicle backing up in your yard, and he said, I didn't know who it was until I got a good look at how fast it was going. I knew it was you. Because I always get the back wheels going straight, and then I fucking hit the gas and get going really fast and hit the brakes and then have a pile of sand where my tires are.
So you have a lead foot?
Keeper.
I think it's made of gold.
It's gold?
Yeah.
Now, Jason, are you a fast driver?
I don't drive.
You don't drive?
No. I've been drinking.
You travel?
Why would I drive?
You travel?
I travel. Sorry, officer. No, fuck you. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
That just even sounds stupid.
Travel.
It just sounds stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, I fucking love it too.
I don't want to offend anybody, but it just.
Given right to travel.
Come on.
I don't need to pay taxes to drive on your roads. I travel.
I don't need insurance. I don't need registration. I don't need nothing. I'm good.
Just traveling.
I didn't commit a crime, officer. I'm just traveling. I'm not driving. It's a private vehicle. It's not for commerce.
Not for commerce at all. Nope.
It's not for hire.
Traveling. Because
Well, really, you guys are thinking that taxes on the roads are okay. The taxes, we shouldn't even have them. They were introduced for one of the world wars.
Jennifer, that doesn't surprise me.
Hell, I've driven with a doobie in one hand, a drink in the other, and my knee on the steering wheel.
And I'm pretty sure we've all done it. At least I have. That's why I don't drive anymore.
That's why you just travel now.
Mm-hmm. I travel to work. I travel to the grocery store, and I travel home. And between the grocery store and home, there happens to be the store that sells these beautiful waters that have like 4% alcohol in the water, but it's mostly water. It's really good water. It's carbonated water. It's good. Oh, God, it's pretty sad when you laugh at yourself. Thanks, guys. I only had ingredients. Huh?
Yeah, I was trying to understand what that meant. Jason only started driving ingredients that way when we had kids.
Driving ingredients. God damn it.
What ingredients are you traveling with now?
These goddamn ingredients.
That's right. Blame the autocorrect.
The dry ones. I don't get it.
Now I'm even more confused. I thought she was talking about the wet ingredients, but apparently she's talking about the dry ingredients.
Apparently someone gets it here. D. Johns apparently understands it all. D. Johns is laughing. I don't get it.
I think she's laughing because she don't get it either. Which ingredients is he traveling with? The dry ones or the wet ones?
Well, just said the dry ones.
Well, she could be making fun of the dry ones because it says laughing my ass off.
This is true. Aren't you supposed to be working?
Who?
The funny one in chat. I don't normally play on YouTube when I'm working.
Maybe she's on break. She's allowed 2 coffee breaks a day.
What's up, Dodgy?
Hey, Dodgy. How's it going? What the fuck are you doing up this late?
Yeah, seriously. Holy shit. 1:14 in the morning. What, damn you. I think he just came for a spanner. Motherfucker.
801 is back.
Cheers, 801.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday.
Oh.
Dodgy, don't let them tell you when to go to bed. You know when your bedtime is.
That's right. You stay up all night.
I
Oh, you
didn't
look
see anybody
really-
remove your comment.
Sorry, Jen. It was an accidental click. There was some plywood on fire and shit. I was trying to put it out. I might have hit the wrong button. Sorry. Nobody removed you, silly. All right. I'm gonna have a quick talk with Myron here. I'm gonna end this up. And I hate hosting panels, but hey, I had to do this one. See how you and Broke Fishing would work shit out. Not sure where it went. I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me anymore, but we'll deal with that part later. And I'm going to end it. Thanks for hopping up here, Myron, Ellie, everybody in chat. Love you all to death.
Ciao, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Find somewhere to go. I'm going to. Thanks. Take care.